Alright, you already know what it is. Osiris Lord, thank the Lord up above. Follow me on Instagram right here. You see Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Why do we see that? Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. We about to watch a Can You Beat Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories on Christmas duel. Now, actually, I've been actually binge watching a lot of Jon Oh's videos because they're really interesting. Shout out to Jon Oh. Jon Oh has a lot of specific deck type videos, so it'll be like, can you beat it with just the machine deck? Can you beat it without attacking? Very, very interesting strategies that you kind of pick up on while you're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, but they're basically used to the end. Like it's possible to beat Forbidden Memories without attacking, like things like that. So anyway, my point is, I was watching one that said, can we beat Duel Master K just now? And there was an interesting section that I didn't see because I saw this Christmas thumbnail come up on, I promise you, I'm going to change it. Hold on. Got you. I know you want to look at this. Excuse me. So anyway, I saw this Christmas one pop up on as a thumbnail, but I kind of was just like, I'm going to wait till Christmas to watch it. But then I was just like, But then when I was watching Duel Master K one, they were basically the first basically the hand that I saw, I was just like, nah, we watching that. So to say we are gonna watch the godly look like Dream Fantasy deck be played and grinded and Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. So I was gonna watch this just now. Basically, just literally watch it, but I figured.
Dear Santa, my name is Jon Oh.
Sorry, Jon Oh. I figured we would watch it together because Jon Oh's actually also very funny. So, 2 minutes in, before I show the video, I have to start talking to y'all. So anyway, Jon Oh, I started watching this video and I got to literally just the end of this little writing and I was like, nah, I have to record this. So everybody enjoy this video. I'm going to stop talking for a bit. Got some cereal.
This Christmas I am 420, 69 years old, and my favorite color is the blood of my enemies.
420, 69.
And I love to play Yu-Gi-Oh! I have been very good this year. I hope you will bring me a deck so powerful it will make Nightmare look like Shardy. Here's a picture of me sitting on top of a throne after I beat all the bad people in Egypt. Make sure you say hi to the Shadow Realm for me in the North Pole.
I have to listen to her.
Merry Christmas, Santa. I hope you will bring me a deck so powerful it will make Nightmare look like Shardy. Here's a picture of me sitting on top of a throne after I beat all the bad people in Egypt. Make sure you say hi to the Shadow Realm for me in the North Pole. Merry Christmas, Santa.
LOL.
Here is the amazing deck Santa gave us for Christmas. I can't wait to show it off to all my friends. I'm going to be the strongest duelist in the playground.
Ooh, feels more like an instrument than a sample library.
My bad, y'all. All the talking I did.
Kicking off our adventure, we pay a visit to Simon. As this is a Christmas special, we're going to ask each and every player what they asked Santa for this year. Simon's wish this year was to be let back into the palace, so he no longer has to stay blue from frostbite. Well, Frosty the Blue Man, you're just going to have to see if you're on Santa's naughty or nice list. Getting back to Forbidden Memories mechanics, all of the cards in the deck Santa gave us are obtainable legitimately, depending on what type of version of the game you are playing. I'll be explaining the way you obtain each card as we progress through the duels in this game, but for now, we're on to our final turn. Attacking with Magician of Black Chaos, we whittle down Simon's life points with a Gate Guardian and a Black Skull Dragon. We win, and Simon goes down. Simon exclaims that he taught us well, but I'm pretty sure Santa gave us this deck, but nonetheless, take whatever accolades you can, you blue boy. We head down to the duel arena to say hi to our friends. The next player is Tina. Tina wishes to no longer be kidnapped during each challenge we play. That's definitely a big wish to Santa. Let's hope for your sake you're on the nice list. Looking at this duel, the first card we summon is Black Skull Dragon. Black Skull Dragon is obtainable legitimately via fusion. Of course, you'll need to have obtained the Red Eyes Black Dragon and a Summon Skull to do it. If you want this monster as a standalone card, you'll need to obtain it from a Pocket Station using the Obtain from Infrared function. I believe that is option 3 on the device, but don't quote me from memory. With our final attack with a Skeletal Dragon, Tina goes down and her S rank is a Sinister Serpents. Moving on to the next player, we're up against Giselle, otherwise known as Villager 1 in this game. The name Giselle came from Yu-Gi-Oh! False-Bound Kingdom. We asked Giselle what his wish to Santa was this year. Giselle wishes to not be skipped during speedruns. I think that might be a tough one from Santa, but I guess if you're on the nice list he might be able to make something happen.
I never skip them.
Getting back to the duel, the first card we attacked with was Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. As seen in my insect video, the only way to legitimately obtain this card is via Pocket Station, and again, you'll need to use the Obtain via Infrared function. Giselle is defeated, and the card he drops for us is a Skull Servant. The next player in the duel arena is Malai Ruka. Again, he is another player from Yu-Gi-Oh! The False-Bound Kingdom. In Forbidden Memories, he's known as Villager 2.
So really quick, what I'm gonna say is, just in case you are randomly watching this video and you're not familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Basically, this deck is just like a very super unattainable deck. Like, obviously it's obtainable because he has it, but the chances of you having this deck is like 0.1. So basically, we're just like cheesing through the whole thing. It's like, in having a monster that's like 4,500 in the beginning, it's just like, why even play the game? So yeah, that's basically what's happening here. So continue enjoying. It wants to play.
Malai Ruka this year wants them. In Forbidden Memories, he's known as Villager 2. Malai Ruka this year wants people to not treat him like a kid this Christmas. So hopefully he's been a good boy and made it to Santa's nice list. He is, however, very stupid. As is most of the other early to mid game AIs, if you set a card in face down attack position in turn 1, there is a chance that they'll attack it.
That's true.
And wow, that was a quick duel.
That got me through so many
Villager
duels.
2 goes down and he gives us a Dark Shade. We now move on to Villager 3, who doesn't actually have a name. Based on the comments from the last video, I think we'll call him Greg for today. Old Greg wishes people would stop making fun of his age. That's going to be a bit difficult, given that you were probably there to witness Santa's birth.
It's terrible.
Oh well. Fortunately for the old fella, we drew a dead hand turn 1. We still decided to flex off with a Raigeki, because I like that card. I guess we'll mention how to obtain multiple copies of Raigeki in this game. You have a 50-50 chance of obtaining Raigeki in your starting deck. If you choose not to trade in this game, more copies of Raigeki can be obtained by getting an S or A tech rank against all 3 Setos, both Haitians, Ocean Mage, and lastly, Shardy.
Ocean Mage,
and
Shardy.
old Greg goes down, and he gives us a Rock Ogre Grotto.
Yeah, we're gonna try that.
Waving goodbye to everyone in the duel arena, we'll leave to watch the Christmas carols in the town square. It's a bit strange to say that out loud because this game is based in the Amenhotep dynasty. That's about 1,000 plus years before Jesus or Santa existed. Anywho, number 1, plot holes aside, we witness a friendly game of cards between Jon Oh 1 and Seto 1. Seto is being a bad sport, gloating about his win to everyone. That's not a very nice thing to do. Don't worry, Jono, I'll play a game of cards with you. Off to the duel arena we go. Before dueling our blonde bogan friend, let's ask him what he wants for Christmas this year. Jono wants Seto to stop stealing his lighter, and to stop calling him a Siggy Butt Brine. Yes, that was a reference to the first dinosaur video. Unfortunately, Jono, you are a bit of a Siggy Butt Brain. Fusing a monster, he attacked directly into Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth. That's a very Siggy Butt Brain move, my dude. Nonetheless, be a good boy, and we'll see what Santa and Jono can do about this. The intensifies, and our drop from Jono is Haniwa.
That's why this is so quick.
We do not shove our victory in Jono's face and call them a scrub. Attendees at YCS, take note of this behaviour. Seto 1 walks in from table 20 down to table 300, looking for another easy win. Seto, you're being very naughty. What was your wish to Santa? Seto wants to hold on to a long shiny rod, so he can add a number 3 to his name. Strange request, but you do you. With your current behaviour, Santa might not listen to you. In an act of early retribution, we punish Seto with both a Gate Guardian and a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. See? It's not so fun doing that to people, is it? Anywho, number 2, on the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a Raigeki for the win and an attack for game. Seto 1 is defeated, and he dropped us a Winged Cleaver. Having won all our duels, we wish our friends a Merry Christmas, and start making our way back home to catch some doorstep carols.
I've been in the print-on-demand space for over 7 years now, and Kittl is my go-to tool for design. You just type in the need.
A little fun fact about Australia, we don't actually have those. At most, there might be carols at a park. Making our way back to the palace, Simon escorts us inside and begins drafting a letter. Dear Jafar, you are a bitch high mage. Wait, hold up.
Right at time.
Dear Jafar, you are a bitch ass high mage. I heard they hired extra security at the shrine to protect you. That's a bitch move, Jafar. I'm coming for that ass again, until you pay what you owe. Sincerely yours, Simon the Stalker. With his letter finished, Simon hears some knocking at the door. He opens it thinking that it's just carolers. Unfortunately, it's Jafar. Jafar has found out that he is on Santa's naughty list, so he's taken that as a free pass to cause as much havoc as possible. Pretty sure murder and property damage gets you more than just coal in your stockings, but you do you. Rumbling occurs and we meet Fizdis. She wishes that people would remember her name. I would have gone for wishing to survive this invasion, but your legacy is your own. Running outside, Seto confronts us, looking to see if we have that shiny rod he's looking for. We're interrupted by Frosty the Blue Man, who hands us the Millennium Pazusi again from the ritual run.
Wow.
Hope you watched that thing. Leaving the scene, we're confronted by Jafar. He's trying to do a murder on us. I think somebody needs their MOOC drive checked. Now here's the $1 million question. What did Jafar want for Christmas? The thing that Jafar seeks cannot be put into words, but based on our prior interactions with him, we can hazard a guess that it's something big. Getting back to the duel, we power up Magician of Black Chaos. Magician of Black Chaos can be summoned using Dark Magic Ritual. How do you get Dark Magic Ritual? Only via Pocket Station. And I think only through the lottery function, unless you get lucky with Infrared. To get him as a standalone card, you need to combine Dark Magic Ritual, Blast Juggler, Wind Dragon of the Fortress No. 1, and Dark Magician, using the Pocket Station Communication Fusion feature. But enough of that, we just beat Jafar. Now the game wants us to lose this duel, but through the power of Millennium Christmas, we can jump cut straight to Simon channeling his inner Rhea to drop a Riptide on Jafar.
LOL.
Unfortunately, we broke the Pazusi. Who knew that slamming people on the ground would have such an adverse effect on our property? We're both sucked into purgatory, so we decide to take a break and check in on what's happening in the present. Phasing into our alternate self, we're saddened to hear that our Santa deck is locked in the past, but through the magic of Christmas and that stolen credit card from our zombie run, we're able to replenish our deck from Troll and Toad, after paying the exorbitant prices it takes to get things shipped to Australia. Anywho, number 3, time to make everyone in this tournament a shoddy level threat.
A shoddy level
and what
threat.
better way to start things off than with our good friend Rex Raptor. And by friend, I mean general inconvenience. Now, for the bulk of the duels in this tournament, we're going to set a monster in face down attack position. Like I mentioned before, there is a good chance that the opponent will do the stupid and attack right into our behemoth. The great thing about that is that we can basically end the duel in 2 turns. As we see now, attack once with Meteor Black and attack 2 with Meteor Black. Rex goes down, and the card he drops for us is a little D. There's an homage to our dinosaur video. Getting back to the card shop, we're now prepared to face off against Weevil Underwood. Now for this short blue head menace, we're going to use the same strategy that we employed against Rex, by setting our monster in face down attack position. If he takes the bait, he's attacking into an ultimate dragon. That's going to deal some serious damage, so let's hope he does it. Success. His strongest card against my strongest card, and I came out on top. Thanks, Santa. And bam, right there we have another 2-turn win. I think it takes just as long to introduce the duelist as it does to defeat them. Nonetheless, Weevil drops us a Bladefly. And we return once more to the card shop. If you're noticing that I'm not hitting the save button, your perception is correct. I have not saved our game once. I believe in the Christmas spirit, and therefore I believe that we will not lose any duels. Skipping our normal strategy, we decide to power up a Metal Zoa to 4,500 attack.
I believe
Response? absolutely cowering in fear, just the way we like it. Now, whilst we have a Metal Zoa on the field, let's go over how to get it. Metal Zoa can be fused into by using a Metal Morph and a Zoa. It can also be obtained via
Zoa
an
is like one of my
S-Power or
favorite
an
cards in
A-Power
the
rank
vanilla
drop
run.
from Sebek. That's of course if your deck is actually strong enough to do it by that point of the game.
Wow.
Nonetheless,
It was a
we reach our
15
final
drop.
turn and Mai goes down. She drops us a Bean Soldier. I actually don't think that I introduced Mai. Oh well, doesn't matter. On to Bandit Keith. Bandit Keith is our final opponent in the preliminary qualifiers. We revert back to our original strategy for this duel. That means we place the monster in face down attack position. Fingers crossed that he attacks into it. I'd love another 2-turn game. Summon, face down, love it. Happy days, he attacks into it, and we got a Guardian Star boost as well. Chef's kiss on that damage. With
Oh,
our stupidly boosted field, we attack the game and defeat Keith. And his drop is, come on, a Yami. We return to the card shop, say hello to Taya, and initiate another cutscene.
That's crazy.
We are going to go over common pieces of career advice that job seekers get and separate the myths.
Does YouTube like read this and then like say, "Oh, this is a perfect time"?
We meet
how
up
do they
with
do
Joey,
that?
who's trying to explain to us what Kwanzaa is, when we're rudely interrupted by Shadi. Listen mate, I'm trying to have a conversation with my friend. No, I'll not grab out and touch you. Nope, not happening. Okay, maybe just a little poke. Oh crap, how did we get here? Our past self informs us that all reincarnations of him are on Santa's
look
nice list. Being completely baffled by that
super
specific
bright.
instance of atavism, we're handed
Like
some
they turn
Monopoly
the
get out of
brightness
jail
up.
free cards.
And the vibrance.
Through the magic of Christmas, these cards absolve us of any repercussions for the absolute belting we're going to give these next 4 opponents. So let's get right
I
into
watched
it.
Jon Oh tell the same
First
story
opponent in the
a different
octagon is
way, like 20
Shadi.
times.
Now say it with me kids.
each time's funny.
Shadi is a pushover of a duelist. If you lose to him, you suck at this game, and you should immediately stop playing right here, right now. In a seemingly intimidating move, Shadi fuses 3 cards together. Unfortunately, the monster he spits out was only 1600 attack. Seriously, pushover.
That's crazy.
So we power up a Magician of Black Chaos with Megamorph and Bright Castle. I guess whilst we're on the subject, let me tell you how to get Megamorph. Megamorph is an S-Tech or A-Tech drop from Pegasus, both Haishens, and Dark Knight. Truthfully, before I started these challenge runs, I actually had no idea how to get the card. Each iteration of this game I played was Megamorphless. All things aside, we win, and we got an Aqua Snake. Being given our Kris
I need
Kringle
to get
present from
Megamorph.
Shadi, we head back to the card shop and prepare for our next opponent. The next player we're up against is Yami Bakura. Now, I've mentioned the word Pocket Station a few times when recounting the method to obtain certain cards. But what is it? You can find a live demo of me using one in the Sea Serpent video, so I suggest you check that out. The Pocket Station is a PlayStation peripheral released in Japan. It is an upgraded memory card that features a screen. It lets you install mini-games which, when played, can help add to the experience of certain PS1 games. YGO Forbidden Memories is one of those games. The game software can only be installed using the Japanese version of the game, and it only works on Japanese copies of the game, unless you use the workaround I did in the Sea Serpent video. Again, I suggest you check that out. And with my timing absolutely perfect, Bakura goes
With
down,
my timing
we get a Luna Queen
absolutely
Elysium, and we're
I wanna
gifted
try
with a
that
Millennium
Pocket
Ring.
Station thing.
Thanks, Bakura. Now we move on to Pegasus. This game has some advanced mechanics in its programming that are not widely known to the player base. One of these concepts I think is called the Millennium Eye, which means that certain opponents are able to see your face down cards and even your hand. I'm not fully across this, but from my recollection, Duelmaster K, Pegasus, the Mages, and the Final 6 all have this ability. Don't even get me started on the 17 card hands and card morphing. I'll explain that when I get to the Final 6. That's if I remember it.
Yeah, you know, I
And
gotta
yes,
put my
they are as bad as they
my
sound.
ad on there. So I
What's
don't have
not
to say
bad,
my name
however, is
1,000
my progress
times.
with Pegasus. Attacking with Crab Turtle, and again with Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, we
How
win.
you doing?
And we gotta will me. Pegasus
Oh,
goes
for
down.
everybody,
He forgot his Kris
also
Kringle
streaming on
present,
Twitch.
so he gives us his
If you're
eyeball
watching this on
instead.
YouTube.
That's nice. Thank you, buddy. Anyone have a Kleenex? Nope. Guess we're moving on. Our next opponent is White Ishizu. Yeah, don't read too much into that one.
What?
This game has effectively chucked a reverse Disney on this character. We resume our normal strategy of placing cards face down. The one thing I can compliment about this opponent is that she's pretty good at fusing into aqua monsters, and was at least smart enough not to attack into us.
Nah, she was definitely.
Given that
going
our first
crazy
card
when
summon
I
was
first
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon,
doing
I'll
a lot.
recap how to obtain this card legitimately. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon can be ritual summoned in this game using the Ultimate Dragon ritual, which can be won by S-Teching Seto 3. I'll have to continue this in Duel 2, because White Shizu goes down and we win a Water Magician.
Water Magician.
In a Kris
alright.
Kringle act of lavishness, she gives us a necklace. She is that one person amongst your group of friends that always has to show off how much money they have.
They should show one day just the character with all of the Millennium items. If you ever watch this, Jon Oh, you should do something where you just take all the Millennium items and put them on somebody, bro. You should just, that would be hilarious. That would be mad hilarious. Alright, let's go.
Thank you regardless, and we're on to our next opponent. Final match of the modern times is against Kaiba. And how fitting that we're continuing our discussion on Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Now, I've mentioned how to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon via ritual, but what if you wanted Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon as a standalone card? Well, to get it, you'd need to use the Pocket Station's Communication Fusion feature. The 4 cards that are
think
needed for
Jon
this
Oh
fusion
sponsored
is
by
the
the
ritual
Pocket
card,
Station.
followed by 3 Blue Eyes. And with that epic timing, Kaiba goes down, gives us a Mystic Horseman of all things, and hands us over a rod as his Kris Kringle present.
LOL.
Having finished our fun in the present, the Christmas spirit leaves Yugi and makes its way back to the Pharaoh in the puzzle. With the screen fading back out to white, we pick up where we left off. Simon, I have some good news. You finally get to stay inside out of the cold. However, because of that earlier wrestling move you pulled on Jafar, you're gonna have to sit in timeout in the puzzle for a bit. Exiting the Pazusi, we're back in Egypt. Time to recreate that
my
drawing
God,
we sent to
gosh.
Santa. Off to the King's Valley we go. We say hello to Sedin. Sedin's wish to Santa was to be told exactly what he's supposed to be guarding. Well, if you're a good boy, either me or Santa will be able to help out with that. For now, let's head back to the palace.
Meet Next Playground.
Yo,
the
YouTube
entertainment
got it
system
with the
that
ads.
gets
You know what's
moving.
crazy? I think I did have YouTube Premium, man. I don't use it. Like, somebody sent it to me one day, and I just never, like, I don't
Mage
know.
Soldier, long time no see, since you know, the last time we spoke, you offed my family. Tried to lay down some smackdown. Don't worry, Santa said we can. We have get out of jail free cards. I'm
Get out
not
of jail
actually
free
sure if the face down attack position trick works with a Mage Soldier, but we tried out nonetheless. Well, he's about as smart as Weevil. Emptying out our hand, we summon out Sengenjin, which is great given that I never got a chance to use him during our Beast Warrior video. And apologies in advance for that video, things got a bit weird. But oh well, we
Weird.
fire off a Raigeki for the win, and we attack for game with Sengenjin. We won, and we got a Skull Red Bird. Winged Beast run when? Searching the room, we
Quick
reclaim a
time
map
player taking
and make our way
forever.
back to the King's Valley. We're about to make a very happy Sedin. Hey buddy, remember us?
Hey, Sedin.
Look at this, it's a map. Sedin, do the thing. Opening the chamber, we stare in awe at the night sky, hoping to catch a glimpse of Santa's reindeer. Seto snuck in looking for Santa's stash of presents. He's really obsessed over that rod, isn't he? Finding nothing here, he storms off in a huff. Okay Sedin, it's time to say goodbye. Have fun guarding the ruins. With the mages now open to us, it's time we pay a visit to the Sea Shrine. Here we say hello to the Ocean Mage. Ocean Mage asked Santa this year to no longer be
Shout out
stranded
to
on this island.
Ocean
Fair
Mage.
request, but riddle me this. Why are you called an Ocean Mage if this is a Sea Shrine? They are similar yet different things. Seas
know
are
that, Trevor.
partially enclosed by land, oceans are not, and you, my friend, are definitely a seaman. Oh well, with all things said, we add our first stick figure to the pile. Waving goodbye to the seaman, we stroll up to Sekmenton. Sekmenton's wish to Santa this year was to learn how to swim. Having
Learn
light
how
on his
to
resume,
swim.
Sekmenton has been stuck on this island since he was stationed here. Well, lying is not a very nice thing to do, so you better hope that Santa puts you on his nice list. In a Galaxy Brain move, Sekmenton sets a
Galaxy
spell
Brain.
card. Well,
Never heard
looks
that.
like this one's going to be a 2-turn win. Powering up our Gate Guardian, we attack once,
Gate
and we attack
Guardian.
twice. Sekmenton goes down, and we got a Catapult Turtle. Maybe you could use that to get off the island. Oh well. Obtaining more presents, we board a raft and leave the island. Off to the Mountain Shrine we go. Mountain Mage's wishes to Santa this year was for people to stop making fun of his ginormous chin. I'm very sorry to hear about that. Whilst I've made the trip, can I have your autograph?
I never peeped that. Hold on, you gotta go back.
Mountain Mage's wishes to Santa this year was for people to stop making fun of his ginormous chin. I'm very sorry to hear about that. Whilst I've made the trip, can I have your autograph, Nathan Cleary? Guess he didn't like that one. Actually fusing into something decent, we're very thankful that we have some strong monsters on our side. I guess since he's the one that summoned the twin-headed thunder dragon, let's review how to obtain one. Aside from the bajillion fusions out there to make twin head, it is obtainable as a standalone card using either a card password or from having it drop from both Hyshins, Labyrinth Mage, Nightmare, Seto 2 or Seto 3. All at an S power rank of course. With Chin Mage out of the way, that's another stick figure on our pile and we make our way up the mountain to Atenza.
You see Atenza?
Atenza's wish to Santa this year was for Uber Eats to update their routes to deliver up mountains. I guess that's one of the drawbacks of being a high mage out here. By summoning a monster in face down attack position, we seem to be triggering the mages to set down spells and traps. I don't know why they're doing it, but I'm not going to complain. With a 2 monster attack, this duel is done before it's even begun. Winning a Punished Eagle, Atenza gets added to our stick figure pile. Remembering that we have friends in this universe, we make our way to the duel arena. Hey guys, you missed me? Of course you did. I'm the main character after all in this story. Being taken to an underground arena, we get to experience the Christmas spirit again. It's a similar feeling of being that one guy at locals with a meta deck, challenging a bunch of 10-year-olds with blue eye structure decks. Peak community balance right there. Setting a Gate Guardian in face down attack position, we seem to be tricking all the AIs of doing the same thing, setting a spell and trap card. Unfortunately, we don't win this in 2 turns, but I'm not worried one bit. Jon Oh's response to us for turn 2 is setting a monster in face down defense position and wishing that he never accepted the terms of this duel. Destroying his Red Eyes Black Dragon, we attack him once more with Gate Guardian and Jon Oh goes down. Don't worry, he's a good person. He will not be added to our stick figure pile. Moving to the next player, we say hi to Tina 2. As the duel loads, you know what strategy we're going to do. We're going to set a monster in face down attack position, and let's see how she responds. We get a fusion, it gets summoned, and she attacks right into Black Skull Dragon. Peak AI design right here. I love the speed up. Despite the earlier damage, it's not enough to pull off a 2-turn win. Oh well, she hasn't really got anything to respond to us with. Putting her last card in defense position, we summon the god that is the Crab Turtle, and attack her for game with Meteor Black Dragon. We win! And we got a monster eye. Saying goodbye to our friends once more, we're off to add more stick figures to our pile. Making a round trip back to the duel arena, it's time to take on Seto 2. Walking back into the arena, we find out that Tina 2 has been kidnapped. Now this wouldn't have happened if she believed more in the Millennium Christmas spirit. Off to the Labyrinth we go. Challenging the Labyrinth Mage, his wish to Santa this year was to know the location of his mouth. Odd request, but you do you. Seeing as we summon the Cosmo Queen, let's go over how to obtain the card legitimately. Cosmo Queen can be summoned forth via a ritual, using the card Cosmo Queen's Prayer. For those of you that watched my ritual video, you would have seen this happen a lot. For those wanting the card as a standalone monster, you'll need to use a pocket station.
I remember that.
You'll need to use the communication fusion to combine Queen of Autumn Leaves, Queen's Double, Princess of Cerulean, and Cosmo Queen's Prayer. So with that quick bit out of the way, Labyrinth Mage goes down and he drops us a Fiend's Sword. Through the magic of Christmas, we're able to skip right through the labyrinth. Entering the vast shrine, we encounter Jafar, Seto, and Tina 2. Shaking from fear from his last encounter, Jafar runs deeper into the shrine. By holding the hands of a lady for the first time, Seto has evolved into Seto 2. Confident in his new abilities, he thinks it can defeat us in a duel. Despite this AI possessing the Millennium Eye function, we have successfully managed to fake out Seto. Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth is weaker than his Gate Guardian. So at some point during the attack sequence, the AI was faked out and decided not to attack into us despite knowing what the card on the field was. Don't ask me how this works, I'll let the smarter people explain this in the comments. Taking out Seto 2's Gate Guardian with our Black Skull Dragon, we attack him again for game with our Meteor Black Dragon. We win, and old mate drops an Ansatsu. By defeating Seto, we close off the rest of this encounter. Going back to the duel arena, we wish our friends a Merry Christmas and set off on our adventure once more. Since we're already here, we go ahead and take on the Meadow Shrine. It's the closest one to us. The Meadow Mage asked Santa this year for Kapura to stop eating the other lower mages. We'll have to see how that goes.
LOL.
It's important Kapura gets to eat all the people he wants, otherwise Santa won't have a chance of eating cookies and milk when he visits. Getting back to the duel, this AI displayed the same dumb behaviour as the other mages. By setting a card in face down attack position, he decided to set a spell and trap card.
Crazy.
Again, no idea why he did this, but he dropped us a Komori Dragon, and we're on our way to Kapura.
I ain't gonna lie. When we had the we were doing the vanilla run, and he dropped the Komori Dragon, it was kind of beneficial because I needed the twin head.
Kapura's letter to Santa was very simple. Kapura simply wishes that the Christmas ham comes with the rest of the pig, not just the leg. Is that too much to ask? Being blinded by hunger and falling for our face down card, he sets a spell and trap. Now I couldn't remember if he had widespread ruins, so I fire off a Harpy's Feather Duster just in case.
10 out of 10,
I guess
yeah.
while we're on it, Harpy's Feather Duster is actually a fusible card. It can be obtained by fusing most winged beast monsters with either Bear Trap or Machine Conversion Factory. I'll continue part 2 in the next duel. For now, oh my god, he dropped the Garuzis. Are you kidding me?
Garuzi.
Sorry, I digress. Kapura just dropped the card which took me a stupid amount of time to obtain in my last video. So being blinded with rage, we attack the next shrine.
So being
Onto the
blinded
Forest
with
Mage.
rage.
The Forest Mage wishes that he didn't have to wear a mask, as COVID does not exist in Millennium Egypt. Setting a card face down, we pick up where we left off with that Feather Duster info. Outside of fusions, Feather Duster can be obtained as an S-Tech drop from Dark Knight, both Haishins, Atenza, Kapura, Sekmenton, Ishizu, Kaiba, Mai, Nightmare, Pegasus, Seto 2 and 3, and Yami Bakura.
At this point, I forgot what
Wow,
card
that
we're
took a
even
while.
talking about.
Encountering an Obesius, he voluntarily tells us his wish to Santa. He wishes that the bandages on his lower torso didn't show the outline of his junk. You could, not wear bandages, but you do you. Attacking into our ultimate dragon with his Great Moth, it's kinda evident why this guy has so many bandages. Nonetheless, we reach our final turn and attack for game. We win. And we got a Guardian of the Labyrinth, and this guy gets added to our stick figure pile. We are actually up to our last shrine, so let's cross over the whole of Egypt and make our way to the Desert Shrine. Lower Desert Mage looks a bit disheveled, and his wish to Santa this year was for him to no longer work for the pinwheel of all mages. That's rough, buddy. Well, hopefully we'll put you out of your misery
What
very
card was
soon.
that?
Noticing that we have a Blackluster Soldier in our hand, let's cap off how we go about obtaining this card. Blackluster Soldier can be summoned forth using the Blackluster Ritual. You must also offer up a Beaver Warrior, Guy the Fist Knight, and a Karibo. As a standalone card, he is also obtainable via Pocket Station, by combining those same cards using the Communication Fusion feature. With our last attack defeating the Desert Mage, we add him to our pile of stick figures. We are on to the lucky last mage, that is Martis.
Gaia.
What was your wish to Santa this year? Martis wishes that Forbidden Memories had stronger zombies and dinosaurs, so they could actually take advantage of his Wasteland Field spell. You know what? That's a fair argument there. So getting back to the duel and the
That's true.
mechanics,
It's such
let's
a
cap
waste.
over
I
Gate
don't even
Guardian.
know what gets powered
Gate
up by that
Guardian can
thing.
only be summoned both via ritual and as a standalone card using the Pocket Station. What does that even mean? Well, in this game, there is a card called Gate Guardian Ritual. You can only obtain it by using the Communication Fusion on the Pocket Station by consuming all 3 Gate Guardian pieces. And that's just to get the ritual. I'll continue this in the next duel. Because Martis goes down, he gives us a Masked Sorcerer, and that's another stick figure added to our pile. Pretty fitting drop if you ask me. Time for some S-Tech grinding. Nah, just kidding. Onwards and
I was
upwards to the
confused for a
Vast
second.
Shrine. Jafar's Vast Shrine comprises of all the kids on Santa's Millennium Naughty List. These kids have been so bad for far too long. It's time to show them the error of their ways. We
Let's
start
go.
off with Sebek and Neku, the worst offenders. They do not believe in Santa and have asked for nothing this Christmas. Now for the rest of these
30-something
duels,
minutes?
I'm going to try show off the 3D battles for each monster in our deck.
fast.
Let's hope RNG believes in the spirit of Christmas. By setting a Gate Guardian in face down attack position, Sebek responds with a powered up Metal Zoa. Having some power-ups of our own, we beef up our Blackluster Soldier and attack into his Metal Zoa. The first 3D battle begins.
I thought it was another ad. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you check out Jon Oh's page too. Yo, we just got so comfortable.
Michael Bay explosion and we attack his life points directly. Blackluster Soldier's slash attack is actually pretty fast. Though it is sped up, it does jump cut like that for those wondering. Next we summon out the perfectly ultimate Great Moth. Time for another battle.
I hear this music. If you want to be a rapper, rap star, YGO player, 3D, Metazoa, he gonna hit for a couple thousand. Damn. Damn, messed up. Metazoa.
Poor Metal Zoa is copping at this duel. Landing our final attack with Blackluster Soldier, Sebek goes down. And he drops us a pendulum machine. Oofed, I think Konami broke the game when they made those. Imagine having to create a whole nother method of play just to combat something you've released. It's the Yu-Gi-Oh equivalent of the physical special split to stop psychics running amok. Whilst we set up our field, let me finish off those tips for Gate Guardian. To have it as its own standalone card, you need to repeat the communication fusion using the ritual card plus all 3 pieces. Oh, and if I didn't mention it before, cards are permanently used up during Pocket Station fusions, so you actually needed 2 copies of all the Gate Guardian pieces. Anywho, here's another 3D battle.
Skull Knight? I don't think I ever saw Skull Knight 3D.
Sweet victory right there. We chip away at his life points with Cosmo Queen, and we skip right back to Neku. Drawing into a Magician of Black Chaos, I think it's time we show off that 3D model, since it's a pretty hard card to get in this game.
I think I did watch a Magician of Black Chaos, but it wasn't mine. I was really interested in seeing it.
Cards explode, and we attack his life points for game. Neku has been defeated, and old mate drops us a Reaper of the Cards. Uneven attack point run when? I'm kidding, please don't make me do that. After putting the naughty kids in the corner, we encounter Jafar, who recounts that it's been some time since we last met. Yep, whole 32 minutes has elapsed. Very perceptive. We summon the OG that is twin-headed Thunder Dragon. So whilst we set up, I'm gonna pop off more card drop guides. Starting with the shadow spell we have in our hand, you can either get it by fusing 2 spellbinding circles together, or obtain it via infrared on the Pocket Station. I realised that I stuffed up and forgot to do that last battle in 3D. My bad, but it does give us a chance to summon Sengenjin, and since it's a double KO, we get to see the attacks of both monsters. 3D battle time.
Sengenjin attack. Oh, whoa. That was like some Bruce Lee, like. Sorry, Sengenjin.
Hooray for the double explosion. With an empty field, we attack into Jafar. Redeeming ourselves for that earlier mishap, we summon down a Gate Guardian and kick off a 3D battle with our twin head.
I don't got no bath, and I really need a bath. And look at twin head looking like a creep.
We breach the wall and attack directly once more. Response?
One more time.
Okay, that is either a Gate Guardian or a Metal Zoa. Regardless, we're going to kick off a 3D battle with Meteor Black Dragon. Ah crap, I hit the wrong button. Sorry peeps. Regardless, Jafar goes down, we get a Stone Ghost, and Jafar makes his best impression of one. Seto 3 has finally located the rod and can finally add the number 3 to his name. Exiting the shrine, Seto tells us that he found the chamber which held all of the presents Santa was going to give to the people of Egypt. With the power of his new golden rod, he wishes to steal all the presents for himself. A very Grinch move. It is up to us to save Christmas. And let's hope this time I remember to attack with the square button so we can get a 3D battle. I set down a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to counter the one he's inevitably going to throw at us. Let's see. Sun, yes, definitely an Ultimate Dragon. I decide to clear out my hand to make room for more monsters we can 3D battle with. Sacrificing our Blue Eyes against his, we have a free shot at his life points with perfectly ultimate Great Moth.
Comes out the
Response?
gate with 4,500.
Summon.
ultimate.
Okay, we are immediately countered by a Gate Guardian. Never fear, we have a Megamorph and a Trinehorn Dragon as well. I missed out on using him as a 3D battle in our ritual run, so let's kick off the animation.
Dang. Beef King. Beef King. Trihorn Dragon look way smaller in the card. I don't think I've ever watched Trihorn. I would think Trihorn Dragon looks like how Twin Head Thunder Dragon
Was not expecting the lightning. Sato sets another card that's a moon type. Thankfully, we have another Meteor Black Dragon. Let's set it as a sun and actually kick off a 3D battle this time.
Gate Guardian don't look that crazy either. Some of them look like they need to eat. You need some milk.
We blow up Gate Guardian with a trusty Spirit Bomb. For those wondering, yes, the attacks do change depending on what Guardian star you pick. Anywho, Raigeki for the win. And we attack the gang with Trihorn Dragon. Seto 3 goes down and he drops us a Megaris Light. Hanging his head in shame, Jafar tries to give Seto the gift of a Christmas shave. Forgetting that he's a teenager, he needs to rethink his Kris Kringle present. Jafar writes a letter to Santa using hieroglyphs, but unfortunately, he's a tad bit dyslexic and accidentally summons Satan instead. The Dark Knight, being well aware of Jafar's shenanigans, feel that Jafar's lump of coal should be put to better use. He promptly sets the High Mage on fire. Guess it should have came with a warning label. Oh well. Turning his sights on us and our pile of bodies, we show him our get out of jail free cards. These
Show him our
vouchers
get
have
out of
prevented our
jail free
incineration,
cards.
but regrettably mandate that we must duel for our survival. Let's jump right into things. Drawing 2 Megamorphs, we are definitely going to summon out our Cosmic Queen. Again, I stuffed up and forgot to include her 3D battle in our ritual video. Let's see if we can redeem it for this
I
match.
think I've seen.
Dark Knight set a Meteor Black Dragon. That's fantastic. We have more than enough attack points to take him out. Summoning some extra protection, we attack.
Cosmo Queen don't look mad skinny either. That's a fire attack.
Jeez, Kid Boo, eat your heart out. Attacking with our Ultimate Dragon, we pass the turn back to Dark Knight. I don't think we've actually shown off a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon attack, so I think we'll do that next. Summoning the Blue Hydra, we attack into a Cosmo Queen.
I imagine that's what she sounds like.
Cosmo Queen being absolutely Placidusac the way, we land our final
Placidusac?
attack on Dark
Is that
Knight's
what you
life
just
points.
said?
We win a Winged Dragon number 2. Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the Nightmare Before Christmas. Time for Santa and I
Nightmare
to set this
Before
monster back to
Christmas.
sleep. And of course,
We
try
did
our
this
hardest to
whole
finish off
game
the rest
so
of the
you
3D
could say
battles.
that. I
Let's
knew
see
it.
what we draw. Da-da-da-da-da. Yes. We get the absolute mad lad that is Crab Turtle. Putting down a precautionary Blue Eyes, I'll inform everyone how you go about getting it as a standalone card. Like with all ritual monsters, you can combine the cards using the communication fusion on the Pocket Station. You'll need the ritual and the 4 materials to do so. Enough of that now, let's see this bad boy in action.
Crab Turtle, wow. Crab Turtle looks huge.
Giving Mothra the Fist of the North Star, it's no wonder this card is so overpowered. As for the current hand we draw, after seeing Metal Zoa belted so many times, I think it's only fair that we see him attack and defeat something. Even better, it's a Blue Eyes White Dragon. We get to see the 3D model for that too. Oh, and it also drops from Seto 3rd for those wondering.
I think I tried to get Metal Zoa. I didn't work.
With the White Dragon defeated, we finish off this run with our Crab Turtle. We won, and we get a Machine King.
Machine
Nightmare
King.
goes down, and we have successfully saved Christmas. Walking away from the carnage like the Chad that we are, we finally get to sit atop of our throne, with a pile of stick figures laying before us. Thank you, Santa. You made my wish come true.
Putting this music is mad funny. Simon is still stuck in the position. He is still happy. However, Tiana never seen the air type of Santa. This has drastically shortened the time between rescues, despite her being taken from the same place each time. Just so God is where she is now stuck in the infinite reality, which is constantly doomed. My little guy's big boy hair. Old Greg fell asleep before finishing his run to Santa. Jonah gave up smoking and switches based on unfortunately the M4 has been banned. Shannon immediately lets him laugh and has no idea what he's doing. Gave to Raptor's plate. He's something about port. Sequinton was assigned a lifeguard. Oh no, that was ridiculous. MM was renowned plastic surgeon. Attenza still hasn't eaten in days. So-and-so was eaten by Kapoor shortly after. Kapoor ate a baby and sent it to a higher level of food chain. He's still hungry. So-and-so fights C-Vid immediately after taking his bandages off, and it was caught stuffing his pants. He still refused to take his bandages off. Sent his resume to Vastron and he is yet to hear back. Myers never received a dinosaur or zombie sport. He's still stuck in his game. Latimer's mates received a mirror for Christmas. He has no idea what drew on his face. Simic and Niku are still on the naughty list. They have some explaining to do. So, Seto realized Sonny Jafar was fired from his role as high maze. The method of termination was currently undergoing review by OSHA. Dark Knight took a vacation to England. He has been found taking something. Jon Oh sits at the top of the throne. He wonders something next year.
Hey everyone, Jon Oh here. Thank you all so much for making it to the end of this video. Wasn't expecting to pull this one out so soon, but hey, it's Christmas and all of you deserve the gift. Before I get into the formalities, I just want to give a super thanks to Adair3327 and LilyLaser666 for your support to this channel. It does not go unnoticed, and you have definitely given me that warm fuzzy feeling in my insides, so thank you once again. I'll be looking to kick things off back in 2024 after I settle into the new year, so be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to stay notified of my next release. If you haven't checked it out already, I've made a Spreadshirt store. You can find a link to it in the video description. Wishing all of you a safe and happy holidays. Hope Santa leaves you all a Raigeki for the win in your Christmas stockings, and as always, stay awesome people, and I'll be seeing you all next year.
So that was Jon Oh's video. Go check out the rest of them. You already know it is Osiris Lord. Thank the Lord up on Instagram. The Lord loves you on Twitch, Discord, TikTok, YouTube, all of that. And then the Lord's Gift Shop.nyc right here. The Lord's Gift Shop.com. All of that. I really love those videos. I don't really have anything to say about them too much. Just go check them out if you like Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Jon Oh's hilarious. So, yep. Gonna go figure out if I can basically beat Forbidden Memories really fast with the 15 mod drop instead of vanilla. Yep.